right. Let's see here. All right. It looks like we're live now for Take Action Tuesday. Different setup here because today we are streaming okay. Oh no, maybe not. Internet unstable. That's never good. I've signed up for a new internet service today because of all these streaming headaches and problems. So let's see here. Are we okay? Unstable. That's never good. All right. So I think we're okay now. Let me know if you can hear me and see the screen okay. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments. And I'm going, yeah, I know, Lisa, it's breaking up. Hopefully that has passed and it'll get a little bit clearer here. So here's what I got for Take Action Tuesday. Is something that I would recommend that you at least consider adding to your business. And one that I am in several different ways, and I'll explain how. It sounded like underwater at first, but good now. Yeah, that's never good. Anyway, I hinted at this on Friday, but it didn't really fit our Free Leads Friday theme, but it was something I had implemented on Friday. And so I'm going to unpack it just a little bit more here. I'm going to keep this one short and sweet and then challenge you to get out and just take action, right? Just get out and take action. So let's go ahead and share the screen. So I've talked a couple of times on here about still working through my weekly routine and my weekly rhythm and the content that I'm creating each day. I'm locked in on Monday is my market update video, and I've been making those every Monday. I've done it for the last 4 or 5 Mondays now. Did that yesterday, got it launched, got it out. I'll email it out to my database tomorrow, my weekly Wednesday weekly broadcast, and so that's become a pillar, a content pillar. And now on Fridays, and I have several more, but I don't want to overwhelm you. I'm just going to unpack several, one at a time here. On Fridays, and at least I think this is what it'll end up being. If it doesn't end up being Friday, it doesn't matter. The point is the regular content pillar is going to be interviewing local small business owners, like this interview I conducted this past Friday with a restaurant in my local area, one of our favorite places to eat. And you can check it out on my Josh Janley eXp Realty page. And all I did for this was I hopped on Zoom with the owner and we just talked. And I'll framework this out as like a standardized process that you can take folks through. But what you can see here is it was about 15 minutes. We did have some connectivity issues. So there was times where the audio was, garbled and so forth. But check this out. This got, let me see here. Will this give me the full results? So I did boost it, okay? But what you can see here is that wasn't really that great, quite honestly. I mean, the cost per through play was 13 cents, which isn't terrible, but it's not great. But that's not what I wanted to show you guys. I wanted to show you the organic reach. I guess if I just click on that. Yeah, so organic reach was 3,000 people. So 3,000 people, and I got, this is loading funny here. I got 65 post engagements, 65 and 29 comments, 12 shares, etc. And a big reason why is because we did it live. And after we did it live, I sent her the link to the live on my page and she shared it on her social media. Okay. So I'm doing another one this Friday with a local business called Jubilee Cakes. They do like cake parties and they're doing take-home kits for cupcake decorating and cake decorating. And she's actually a client as well. And so we're gonna talk about the Jubilee Cake Studio. Okay. So the challenge for you, if you are looking to accept it, like Lisa, for example, as if she needs something else to do, but I believe, Lisa, that you would be wonderful at this, would be to start this and to just take action on it. You can do it with Zoom, you can stream it live, or if you're not comfortable with that, you can just record the Zoom and then post it on your page. Now, I do think that if I do think streaming it live makes sense. Live video is getting preferential treatment with Facebook, but then leverage it on all of your social media accounts. And there's a couple of reasons why I believe you all should do this. And then let me also give you some other ways that you might do it. So I think the most logical place to start with this excuse me, is with small businesses, and specifically small businesses that may have been or being affected by what's going on. So there were several reasons why this was the first one that I did. Number one, they have wonderful food, and they're really focused on serving our community. Two, they had closed temporarily. Oh, unstable again. Two, they had closed temporarily because of what's going on. And three, they were reopening yesterday. And so I wanted to get them some additional good publicity, some press. Oh man, am I stuck again? Looks like I'm froze. There we go. So so that's one way I'm going to do that. Another way I'm going to run with this is with vendors more directly tied to the real estate process. So bringing on mortgage, insurance, attorney, closing attorney or settlement company, things that are home inspector, things of that nature, and doing a series of lives with those folks. Now, that one will have maybe a shorter shelf life, whereas the small business spotlight, which is what I called this, I just called it a small business spotlight. Man, it keeps freezing. So I apologize for that. I call it a small business spotlight, and that could go on forever and ever and ever. Okay, that could literally go on forever. Now, here's the best. Here's the best side benefit. Like, this is not the reason you should do this. The reason you should do this is to help and serve your audience and your community. And man, I'm froze again, and that's a horrible picture to be froze at. That would be number one. Number two is who do you think that these people that you bring on to interview, who do you think they're going to think of when they hear someone talking about real estate, right? Who do you think that they're going to go out of their way to refer business to? Okay, so that's not the main reason for doing it, but that's certainly a great additional benefit of doing it, right? So again, I would highly recommend that you do that. Check out the example on my page for an example of how you might do that. And I'll also framework it out. And then you'll be able to see more of these because I'm committed to doing them every week. I don't know that Friday is the day I'll definitely settle on, although it kind of seems logical. Like Friday, 11 or 12, Friday at 11 or noon. Now, I don't want to do with a restaurant at noon on Friday because it's going to be busy. So that may have to fluctuate. But I'm thinking that's probably where I'm going to land with those. And I'm going to have a framework for it. But the way that I reached out to this small business owner was just through a Facebook message, right? And you could call them, you can email them, whatever. And the pitch is very simple. Hey, I'd like to do a Zoom interview with you about X, your business. And if there's some specific current event tie-in, like I mentioned with this one, and I don't know if it was cutting in and out at this point because I know the feed is terrible right now, but whatever. I see that you were closed for a little while. You're now reopening. I'd love to have you on, talk about that, and and get you some exposure and help you with the reopen. Doesn't have to be that, but if you can tie in something that you noticed, maybe you saw them in the news, a news article about them or something like that, and you can piggyback off of that potentially as well. So Lisa, I've always done the record thing, never live and never with the Zoom. Can you give us a crash course on how to get Zoom and Facebook together in an interview setting like this? If I could only get comfy with that, no doubt I would talk to the people. So Lisa, I won't be able to do that live, but I'll record how to do that and share that. But Zoom has great tutorials on how you can do that. So I would say, because I know you're an action taker, go ahead and Google Zoom and Facebook Live, and it'll give you tutorials on how to do it. It's really not that hard. And what I would recommend you do is just test it. Just do a test run of it. And you can even test run it and only Facebook live stream to yourself. So you could do a test run and through the settings, the live launch settings, you can choose, to only run it on Facebook and only show it to yourself. You don't even have to make it publicly accessible. So sorry that the feed has been so bad here, but the idea is a great one. It's one that has a ton of merit and is easy to execute on. So I'm getting the internet unstable notice again, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. Everybody, get to it. Let's take action on Tuesday. And if you need any help, if you have any questions, if there's any, back by popular demand, last week's training class that I did on Wednesday with our special guest, Andre, was so popular and in such high demand that we're doing it again this week, again live, again on Wednesday, tomorrow at 2 Eastern. Wednesday, tomorrow at 2 Eastern. If you need a link to get signed up for it, let me know. We'd love to have you on there. It was fantastic. So good, so good. So nice. We had to do it twice. So, all right, take care, everybody, and get to taking action today.